Hi, this is Karen with Over the Artsy Moon, and today we're going to paint some sparkly water. So I just did some blue and white for the bottom part here, and then I painted a sky just with a little sunset going on, kind of a very white sun at this point. And we're going to take a flat brush, and you can get that wet, tap off that excess color. Let's see if I can find a spot that's clean. And we're just going to start with our white. So you want to get that into your bristles. We're going to do a little dry brush here to get some of this excess paint off. So wipe off some of it. And then you're going to go, you kind of come here, and it's going to be narrower here, and then it's going to get wider as we go down. So I'm going to start down a little bit lower and then work my way back up to the middle here. And then very lightly go back and forth here. So don't worry if it doesn't look great on the edges or anything. It's all good. It'll work out in the end. And you can come right up under there. Just keep on going with this. And then what you'll do next is, let's go all the way down here, just to the very bottom. Okay. Even if it seems like it's really thick, it's okay. You can always come back in with some blue if you need to. Then I'm going to take some of the yellow, go over top of that white that we had just to make it a little softer, and also use a dry brush technique. You can come toward the middle here and go back and forth. You don't want it to stop right there or anything. You want it to just keep on going all the way down. Okay? And it doesn't have to be even or anything. It's all right if it's a little, a little uneven or anything like that. Then grab a 0 or a smaller detail brush. And all I'm going to do is go into, actually let's do one more thing before we do this one. Let me grab this. I've got a lot of blue paint water in there, so let me squeeze some of that out. We're going to take some of that white and we're going to flip and flatten our brush. Okay, that flip and flatten helps you get a chiseled edge, and then you can just come and do some little taps here and start to pull your brush across this way. So we are just pulling our brush across like this. All right, and just widening up as we go down. Okay, as it's farther back, the water is good. These little waves are going to be sparkly areas. These little waves of sparkles, I'll call them, are going to be a little bit farther apart, and they could be a little wider at the bottom, but it's not a huge thing to worry about. And then take your detail brush or your liner brush, and you're going to start by coming way up to the top and just making some tiny little dots really close together, but they're going to be super tiny. Okay, so you can just start to make some of those, kind of focus it under the sun, and then leave some small areas where there is not as much of this dot action happening. Just pull out a little bit and then leave a little bit and come in and make some closer dots again. I did something like this for one of the paintings in the Artsy Moon Paint Club. It looks like this. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. So it's a kayak and a nice lake scene with the sun setting. So I've got a similar thing going on here. I just wanted to show you the technique. So leave a little gap. And if some are bigger, especially farther down, it's not anything to worry about. It's okay because it's going to look like the sparkles are slightly bigger the farther you get down. Okay, and I'm going to pull these out just randomly. You can have little dots out here as well, but we mostly want to have the dots concentrated in the middle. So do a few random dots here and there. Out a little bit farther as you go down. I'm going to concentrate this a little more in here. Keep on reloading your brush so you have enough, and just try to do the tiniest little dot on there. Okay, so I might pull a few more dots out here. So we're getting a little bit of reflection out here, but mostly it's coming right where the sun is. hitting that water. And we'll do some more right at the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to dip into the yellow and do a few of those dots with the yellow, only in the middle band of this reflection. I'll put a couple more just in between. Okay. And if you can hear my cat Kona, he is yowling. He wants me to give him food. He does not need any food. Anybody here have a pet baby who very demanding? Okay, I'm going to just do one thing. I'm not sure I'm loving these little dots out on the edge, so I'm going to take a little bit of the blue. This is the Ultra Deep Blue. I'm just going to take some of the white and just get a light blue and then come on top of those just to make them less pronounced. I'm not sure if it's helping or not. Let me see. Yeah, I think it helps. Or I could also just put some of this blue color, maybe a little darker blue. Just put a little blue. So there's a little sparkle, but it's not so intense. Okay, so you could do the little dots on the edge, or you could just skip it entirely. Okay, and I'll put a few more in here. Okay, do I want to intensify that? I think I'm going to make a few dashed lines. So pull and twist your brush so you have more of a point. And then you can just come in and make a few heavier dashed lines right in the middle. You're fine, Kona. You're okay. Okay, so you see how that intensifies the shine, the glitter. Makes it look pretty magical to have a little bit of painting magic happening on your lake or your body of water, whatever you're painting. And I'll just put a few more tiny little dots. Yeah, the more you add, the more sparkly it gets. I should say things properly. The more sparkly it gets. Okay. And I kind of like coming down there a little bit below just because it wouldn't be just in a line. So we'll do a few more right in here. Yeah. A few more out here. Now he found a box, so hopefully that will keep him occupied for a while. I saw something on, I think it was Facebook or something, where they said put a piece of masking tape on your carpet and see if your cats will crawl into it and think it's a box. And Cece did. She was so happy sitting there in her little pretend box. It was so cute. So try it out. Just take some masking tape and put it in a box shape and let the magic happen. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is an example of what is in the Artsy Moon Paint Club. If you're interested, we will put the information down below for you in the description. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get all of the details and tips that we provide for you. So I hope you enjoy this. Happy painting, everyone.